Without your sponsorship, I could not finish my schooling. Now I'm working at Muhimbili Hospital located in Dar es Salaam. I have sent my brother to college and I support needs of my parents. I thank God that I have a nursing diploma and I want to continue studies at the university. I hope that one day I will be able to help my community as you helped me.
In 2007, 3 nurses traveled to Tanzania, located in East Africa, for a safari vacation. Tanzania is a beautiful country full of many contrasts, from the beauty of Mount Kilimanjaro to the plains of the Serengeti. The scenery, the animals, the people were wonderful. But being nurses, they also saw the deep poverty that existed and spoke with young women desperate to have an education and profession that could change their lives and the lives of their families. What happened next on their journey would change their lives forever. They visited several rural hospitals and saw the great shortage of healthcare workers. Upon returning home, they talked of sponsoring a nursing student in Tanzania. Returning to Tanzania in the fall of 2007, the first 2 students were chosen for sponsorship at the Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center located in Moshi, at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro. The decision was made to sponsor only women due to the marginalization of young women in the country. Tanzania is one of the poorest countries in the world. 80% of Tanzania is rural, with a cash income for rural families of less than $1 per day. The healthcare system in Tanzania is greatly overburdened. Medical care in rural areas is marginal, and maternal and infant mortality rates are staggering. The healthcare system is in crisis, with only 24 nurses per 100,000 population. Free primary education has allowed more young women to be educated, but many women are not able to go past primary school. Young women have less access to education than young men. Statistics show that less than 0.5% of young women from rural areas in the lowest 20% economic status complete advanced secondary education equivalent to high school. Education is central in promoting gender equality and empowering women. In Tanzania, women do not have the power to make household or personal decisions. They do not have the power to make decisions in regard to accessing health services, especially family planning, properly protecting themselves against HIV and AIDS, or to fight sexual violence and unsafe cultural practices. The diploma nursing program requires 3 years of study. On completion of the 3 years and a national examination, graduates receive a dual designation as registered nurse and registered midwife. Our nursing student sponsorship program has grown since its beginning in 2007. Currently, we sponsor 29 students at 2 nursing schools. 34 young women that we have sponsored have graduated and are working at various institutions throughout the country. We select students for sponsorship based on financial needs and their academic progress during their first year of nursing studies. The typical student selected for sponsorship comes from a peasant family with many children. Many are orphans or live in a single-parent household. Typically, students and their family are able to scrape together the money for the school fees for the first year. For sponsored students, we pay all the fees for the second and third year of study and a small amount of pocket money. By sponsoring the education of young women, we assist in changing the perceptions of women's roles and their status within their communities. We have seen this happen with our graduates. Several have written to us and said that they now feel that they are somebody in the community. Now listen to their comments about their new lives.
I lack concentration in my studies due to thinking much about my future life of leaving this world without academic profession. I think much daily on how to get a reliable support in my studies so as to have a settled mind. Thank you for your support of my sponsoring me. Your sponsorship rescued my journey to become a nurse. I had no hope to continue with school due to lack of money for fees. I thank God for sending you to come to help me. I am much encouraged to study hard due to your support you offered me. This has become a catalyst to boost my studies. May you be blessed abundantly for the good work you did in supporting me in college. I am now at least somebody in the community, and I can now manage my daily bread and support my family however special. Hi, I am Julia Shar, a nursing student from Tanzania. I completed my nursing studies at Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center School of Nursing by the aid of Tanzania Nursing Scholarship Program. I have been raised in a large family with financial problems, and due to significant increase in the school fees at the end of second year, my family couldn't afford to pay for me. In Tanzania, there is great shortage of nurses, and young women would like to join their nursing studies, but due to financial problems, they fail. I took my national exam on August this year, and expected to be on passing the exams. I'll be a registered nurse and registered midwife, and I'll expect to be employed by the government in any hospital in the country, and the salary will enable me to live independently and support my family. I thank the Tanzania Nursing Scholarship Program for supporting young women in nursing studies in Tanzania.